Hello friends, Namaste. Good morning or good evening everyone. You all know me. This is Lavanya Vishwanath from Australia with divine blessings of Dr. Brahmajyu Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji. Let us start today's session. I would like you to welcome back to the Divine Breath YouTube channel, Australia Initiative of Pyramid Spiritual Society movement. So for the last 15 weeks, we are discussing about Thinking and Destiny book written by Harold W. Percival, which is being explained to us by our very own dear master, Prasanna Medisetti from Houston. So let me quickly give you a recap of previous session. So Prasanna Garu did talk about feelings and desire. So feeling is mainly experienced through our kidneys and voluntary nervous system. Desire is centered in the adrenals, and feeling and desire constantly influence each other. We can't really separate feeling from desire. They work together through our nerves, blood, and breath. So the blood itself and the involuntary nervous system don't feel, but feeling appears when certain inner energies, that is elementals, connect with our voluntary nervous system. So when these elementals connect with feeling, they act through the kidneys, creating sensations, emotions, and attractions in our body. So with this, I'd like to welcome Prasanna Garu. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma. So today we are starting with the physical destiny. So from here onwards, the feeling could be like, oh my God, do we need to be that much aware of our thoughts? That is the kind of feeling we will be getting it. That's how the Percival explained, like how each thought affects. Physical destiny here refers to the how our thought is actually affecting our physical life. That means your body, the conditions around your body, and the events that is happening to your body during our day life. The body structure, appearance, height, weight, health, senses, strength, weakness, disease, deformity, all those things. External conditions such as your family, which family, the birth, environment, food, work, money, opportunity, social positions, and lifespan of you. Okay. Also, the events such as your success, hardships, illness, poverty, or comfort in relationships or otherwise, death, how the death will happen, that also will be explained in the physical destiny. Not only your individual destiny, but also the group destiny, like how the family, group of families will go through a certain kind of destiny, how the nations, how the religions and societies also. So not every time only one religion is doing good or something like that, right? So physical destiny is not at all a random. Every event is a result of invisible causes that you have done. That is why I always say, just accept the life as it comes. If something good happens, that comes because you did something good, cause and effect. If somebody took money or somebody cheated you, which means you have cheated someone. Period. Okay. So accept it and move on. So how human thoughts here, how human thoughts eventually come to the physical conditions and comes as an events and circumstances in your life. This is what it appears. So the body appears outwardly as a body environment, health, family, wealth, society, historical, so many events, right? Exteriorizing means, exteriorized here in this book, exteriorizing means what do you think? It is existing before as a thought or a desire or an intention. It is existing. Exteriorizing means now only it came as a physical form. Nothing is actually the random. So sometimes you have exercise. Sometimes you also say, "Oh, when I'm a kid, I used to think like this, think this, but now I got it." How many of you had this experience? Definitely, we all had that experience, which means we release some thought, or sometimes the fear, or a belief system, or a mental pattern. But later, it is appearing as a physical conditions. Okay. Thought as the cause of physical reality only. That is the cause. Thought is the only thing. It is coming as a physical reality. So you may think that, oh, I never thought that I will get some disease. You never thought you'll get disease. You never, even in the past lifetime also, you will never thought that I want to get this disease. But how the fear of thought or the envious thoughts that you have, that eventually experienced as a disease in your body. Fear means some kind of dis-ease, right, in your body. So that is come as some other disease, whichever the part of your body is weak. So that, so whenever you had some kind of the thought that comes as a physical condition in your life, or a bodily condition in your life, or some outer circumstances that you have to face, or a relationship, or an opportunity, or a limitation, or a collective societal conditions, or a historical event. This is how your thought comes. Suppose there is a one person I never like saw that. I still remember that girl's wish, because when we were in 12th, yeah, 11th or 12th standard, so we got like floods. When I used to be in Eluru. So we got a flood. So she was so excited. I really want to see floods. Finally, I got it. So there is some kind of the thought, which because that too, because we went to that place actually when the flooded place, right? How it is after the post flood we went, me along with the friends. There she is saying that all those people gave a good back to us, because they are suffering, and if somebody says that, right? So because these are the kind of the thoughts, some of the things that you actually, so when so many people had that kind of the thoughts, that societal condition or an historical event, so the things also can be happened. So what is that? Always the intention is always important. Human beings are creating a thoughts, but they do not always understand those thoughts will produce. That's the thing. Oh, I thought within myself. I didn't tell anyone. No, the thought has an energy. Thought has a lot of energy. All these physical results are not, those are physical results are not intended, sometimes unintended, but they came because some weird thoughts you are having within you. Suppose fear. I'm a fear of something. I'm a greedy person. I'm getting an anger. So fear, how do you will get in the life? It will get in a different form, right? You are releasing the thought of fear. So it comes as a physical event in a separate way. So this, your fear, greed, anger, pride, and selfish desires, they will exteriorize as suffering, as some disease in your body, or some conflict in your family, or there is a limitation or unfavorable circumstances to you. So you won't ask for this. You won't ask for suffering. You won't ask for disease or a conflict in relationships or some unfavorable conditions. But we always will have a anger. We always will have some kind of a greed, some kind of fear, pride, all those things. So that those feelings are exteriorizing as these conditions. Remember, if you are having those, and this will come. So here we may choose our thoughts, but once the thought is set in motion to exteriorized, we cannot always control the consequences. Once you release the thought, you think of so many times, and that became a thought and released. Not that, as I explained the last class, not all 60, 70,000 thoughts that you are releasing will not become the exteriorized. The thought that you are repeating again and again, right, without the thing, that is counting as a thought. That's going exteriorized. Once it went to the exteriorization part, you cannot stop. Okay. So here also not only the individual destiny, it also will have a group destiny, like all the family may suffer sometimes. Okay. Community, nations and religions, politics. So all these are all the different kinds of the destiny that you have it. So suppose in a family, like recently, like last class to now, because last week we lost one of my friend. So she passed away with a brain stroke. Okay, she went. Who is actually the suffering? The entire family, the two kids without mom and the husband. All this is so. This group is actually suffering because this person was went away. Okay. So whatever the reasons, right? These people, because as per we don't know as per the thing. So they had some conflicts with the husband and also. So when when he has given some kind of the thing, it turned as a disease in her, the fear or whatever it is, right? Because she's getting fear, whatever to do. She was limited and she had so much fear about her husband and all those things. It was turned as a disease in her. For her, with the disease, she passed away. But when she passed away, they have a destiny. Whatever the pride he had, they have a destiny. See, all this in this particular small circumstances also how it got affected. Likewise, we have a destiny, a group destiny everywhere. So individuals, if affected by the personal thoughts, will have. If so many people are thinking the same direction, that comes as a group destiny. Similarly, country destiny, all those things. Is there any natural element? Nature elements are elementals we are talking, right? Is there any force? Yes. They also have a role in creating a destiny. They will also have a role in creating a destiny. Suppose now I planned something, and then I thought I can come by 3:40 or 3:45. I started. So there is a place, the charge, it got delayed, the car has to charge. Then then also my ETA is showing 4 o'clock, but the thing is the rain came. I cannot stop, right? There's a natural element. I could not see anything before my car. So I can't stop there. So there is always for a destiny, there is always some nature elementals also have some role here. This means their nature is like a builder. Nature is the one which is building, right? Human thoughts provide some kind of a pattern, some design, that is the one. But nature also has some physical expression. So the body, environment, disease, health, event, circumstances are not merely accidental. They are not at all accidental. They are constructed subtle laws. Okay, constructed laws, subtle laws operating behind the visible life. Whatever the life that we are showing, what is that? What is that he's trying to tell us in the inner meaning in this particular thing, right? Human life is not happening at random. It is happening or it is not happening because of the luck. And it is not controlled by God. It is happening. The body, circumstances, events are happening because of your thought, your desire, your intention. Remember these three things: your thought, your desire, and the intention. This is very important. A person wants to understand his destiny. He or she should not only look outside, they should examine inside. What are my desires? What are my habitual thoughts? Habitually, what are the things that actually I'm doing it? What is the motive behind it? And also, how I'm reacting, emotional reactions. What are the choices that I'm doing? What are my responsibilities? And what is the relationship with the truth? At the end, with the truth, what is the relationship? Whatever we are doing, there is a truth. There is always, for in an argument, you say, right, that is one side is your side, one side is my side, and the truth is one. Similarly, what is the relationship with our desire, motives, and all this? What is the relationship with the truth? Depends on that, our life, the physical destiny will happen. The nature will support. Suppose I said, because whatever my thought, it is coming, so I want 100,000 today. Will it come? Because I'm repeatedly giving. Will it come today? Because what is the relationship with the truth? That also. What are you doing for that? It won't come just like that. Because I wished, it won't come. Okay. So the spiritually, we should also practice. What is the practice that we have to do spiritually here? Self-responsibility. Every thought you release. Self-responsibility. Again, I am not asking you to, something is happening bad in your life. Do not blame yourself. Do not blame yourself. I have did something. Some people will say after coming, oh, did I do this bad? That's why all this coming to me. Okay, whatever it is, you don't know that time you did it. There are so many people are doing around us also. So that whatever the previous soul, what it did, so don't blame now. At least you understand that this is coming as a cause and effect. You are in a good, you are in a better position. You are operating on the law and cause and effect. That law you know. Cause is producing the effects. Then effect is returning you experience. If somebody is cheating you, previously you just blamed them. Now you understood that this is a cause and effect. So it is coming. Oh, let it go. Let me finish my karmic bondage here. Okay. That is what a really, really spiritual lesson that we need to understand in the physical, means when we are doing it. Thought, imagine the thought is a living being. Thought, inside I thought something. No, the world doesn't know. No. When you are born, you are living here in this earth with this body. Thought is also living with energy in this world. Imagine always thought as a living being. Thought is not a mental image. It is a kind of living being. It has a purpose. Thought has a purpose. There is a reason behind it. Suppose if I'm releasing one thought, there is a reason behind it, isn't it? Without reason, I don't release, right? And there is a plan. For a thought, there is a plan. If I want something, there will be a plan. If I want to buy a car, let us say, I will have some plan. Oh, after 3 months, I need to buy a down payment, I need to pay this. Somehow I will have plan, right? So the pattern to seek that expression, I have some plan. And I have a direction towards that action. For any thought, there is a tendency towards that action or an object or an experience. Suppose I want to go a holiday. Yeah, right now I'm planning to go to the Costa Rica to have an experience. So whenever I'm going to that particular place, I have some direction, isn't it? Without direction. So any thought has a purpose, plan, and direction. Remember, these three things we will have. It is an invisible blueprint. That particular thing is invisible. It may not be done physically today, but it is already carrying your design. I want to go there. I want to see this, that's all the things, right? It is carrying the invisible design. So that is the only thing which is coming as exteriorized in future. Visible world, it's coming to that as a visible world. Exteriorization means the process of bringing that inner thought, whatever that you have inner thought, becoming as a product or an experience as the outer world. Something is there inner and coming out as a physical. That is the exteriorization. A thought will first appear as some intention. I want to go and enjoy my holiday. Intention. Then, where do I want to go? I want to go to Costa Rica. Why I want to go? I want to see the nature. So which month I want to go? Oh, this month if I go, this will come. So this is all the things that we thought it, right? Because what is going on in my life, I'll just say, you can relate with your own life. Okay. So the emotional impulse, as soon as that, oh, the greenery is so good in September, it's a rainy season in Costa Rica, let us do this. Oh, that kind of emotion is coming in. So there is a repeated imagination, such a greenery and the entire forest. I'm traveling in a zip line and watching it. I already has a mental image, and I started planning whom and all I can go, whom to call, travel agent to call, book this, book that. He will show some. These are the hotels, these are the resorts. I'll take some decisions, and finally, that day comes and action will come. Isn't it? This is how it will come. So thought appearing as an action in the physical world is there as a thought in the beginning. This is how the thought is traveling. A physical act is visible result of invisible thought. Do you agree? A physical act as invisible result, a visible result of invisible thought. That's how every thought, that's how it acts. First, exteriorizations as a physical destiny. Exteriorization is already first. Already there is once you thought is released, as you told, physical form world, life world, noetic world. It went travel noetic world. It is already formed. It has to exteriorize into the physical world. That's how it comes. So a dishonest thought, not a honest thought, your dishonest thought you released, it may come as a dishonest act. I want to cheat Lavanya. Somebody will come and cheat me. Right? So dishonest thought will become dishonest act. A loving thought will become kindness. A fearful thought may become avoidable, unavoidable circumstances. It will create some kind of circumstances. A courageous thought becomes a service. A selfish thought will become harm. Some harmful thing may happen to you. A disciplined thought will become a noble conduct. So each thought has a destiny begins not only when the results come back to us. Destiny begins when your thoughts start. Okay, I want to murder somebody because I had a lot of anger, but I didn't do it. I know how, but the thought I released, that give me some unfavorable conditions in my life. Then I will say why I got that. That is why even if you get angry, don't like, oh, that person has to become that. This, don't do that much. Because whatever the thing that you are acting, it is coming back to you. That person thoughts will go to that person, and your thoughts is coming back to you. One action is built from many similar thoughts. Sometimes same action, many similar thoughts also, because a group destiny, when it happened, right? Similar kind of people are thinking something. So similar thought. A single thought, a physical action usually not created by a single thought. It is often collection, concretion of many thoughts. Concretion means subtle thoughts, like they gather, they strengthen each other. So similar kind of the thought they gather, they strength, then the thought will get exteriorized. For example, a person does not suddenly want to do some theft, murder, or betrayal. He won't do sudden, all of a sudden, or dishonesty something. They have some kind of a before thoughts, repeated imaginations, hidden desire, something, some justification, something will be there, some planning will be there. It won't come all of a sudden. Okay. So similar, just recent case that I saw in one of the, I'll answer. I didn't read your question, MS. I'll answer. So recent case, there is a student. Two students are staying in the same room, and this guy is not getting any degree or anything, and the other guy is finishing his PhD. So 2 days after his defense that he has to submit, and this roommate, the anger, the jealous was inside him. So he planned. I don't know how to. And he also got a girl. The other person, successful person, also has a girlfriend, and she is also going to submit her defense in few other months. And this guy could not take it. That anger grow. He planned, and one fine day he murdered both of them. So the murder did not happen just like that. He had a plan. He went and asked ChatGPT what to do, how to dispose bodies, all the things. Later it came all of it. So this is how, within whatever the thought, the jealousy thought. What is the thought that he released? Jealousy. What is the action he took? It murdering. Whose life is gone? Those two life gone, and this life is also gone. Right? So this is, it is all emotional rehearsals, secret approval. Oh, I didn't get it. So something. So all these thoughts has a motive. That motive is jealous, right? There is a motive gradually becoming strong day by day. By seeing them day by day successful, he couldn't take it. That's why people will say Najar or something, right? When other people have negative thoughts, just go move away from it. Otherwise, these things can happen, right? Then again, you may ask why these people has to face that kind of thing, why this entire family. Again, these people will have their own cause and effect that we don't know. Because in this life only I can judge, right? When the judgment comes, only in this life they didn't harm anybody. Especially they didn't harm this guy. That's why the doing this is wrong. So this guy will be sentenced, life sentenced. But these people might have, they were so good in this life, but this family or these people will have their own cause and effect. And negative thoughts becomes harmful actions. Right now the example is negative thought, right? Jealousy is a negative thought. So that became murder, theft, dishonesty, or lust, or whatever. That we are seeing lust. So many people that we are doing, right? So harmful actions don't appear suddenly. Inside there is a stirring. So they are first nourished internally. Internally itself, whenever you got that kind of lust, that no, this is wrong. The moment you cut it, you are actually encouraging within yourself. The moment you started encouraging, you will get that harmful actions again. Like if I'm talking about something like glasses, I'm talking. Let us take. Oh, where you want to get the contacts or something. If you got it, what happens? If you open your Instagram or your Facebook, what happens? All those things will come. You must have observed it, right? Similarly, a call is coming. Similarly, whenever one thought comes, if you don't cut it, what happens? If you don't cut it, immediately it is going to go. You are actually nourishing that kind of that. When a person does not consciously plan every detail, the repeated thought creates that kind of a tendency. So repeated thought is the one that is coming. Is it coming clearly, the thing? Okay. So the thought is always beginning with the look for an expression. Once the thought comes, it looks for an expression. So repeated thought becomes your tendency. Your tendency becomes your impulse. Your impulse becomes repeated thought becomes tendency. Your tendency becomes impulse. Impulse becomes
Action.
action. Yes. Action becomes destiny. Right? Your action is becoming your destiny. So suppose cowardness or a weakness, does it cancel your thought? Suppose you are so innocent, cowardness or a weakness, you are so weak. Does it cancel? No. If a person is repeatedly entertains some destructive thoughts, but your lack of courage. I got very angry on some ex. I want to murder them. That kind of but I'm afraid of my punishment or anything. So because of that, I don't have enough courage to do that. Then will it cancel your destiny? No, because you had that thought on some person. So because of that also you will be getting your destiny. So whatever the Negative suggestions, what happens is that you once you release that thought, that environment will have that thought effect. Suppose if 10 people want to do the something, or if you want to do some robbery or something, the thought you release, that environment will have that kind of the thought. That thought may go to the someone who has that kind of courage. He will be doing it. Okay. 3 persons, let us take. There are three people. Two people fought with another person. One people want to kill him, but he don't have courage. The other people was courageous. This thought also encourages him and he will go on do that. That we have seen, right? So many cases. If you open the Facebook every day, you see some news or the other. Facebook or news or whatever it is, right? So which means even you are not having a courage, you are releasing that thought and somebody else is influenced by the thought and they are doing it. That also you will get you will have your own cause and effect share. Directly you didn't do it, but with your thought you polluted the environment. Okay, that group influence, harmful environment you created, invisible hostile influence you created there. So sudden emotion is not there because that environment is there. Somebody else is taking that particular emotion and doing it. That is also not good. Good actions also comes from long thinking, long thinking. Okay, suppose acts of goodness, out anything, it won't come out of the thin air. You will have within yourself, you will have a longing to do something. A person becomes a kind, graceful, helpful, courageous because he had that thought inside. He is always courteous. He wanted to do some service oriented. He is a gratitude to everyone, generosity, compassion, patience, self control, refinement, delicacy. So these are all the behaviors if a person is having. So these actions won't come accidental because they are also from his thoughts. He had some thought, there's some kind of the thoughts within him. Because of that only it is happening. Not only harmful thoughts, even good thoughts won't come just like that. Okay. Supportive thoughts or a friendly influences. Also, suppose when I'm doing all the good things, right? What happens? That thoughts only I will distribute in the environment, isn't it? So that environment will have only those positive thoughts. That positive influence will be there on the others also. Let us take, suppose usually, today I didn't come, usually I'm coming on time at 4. Then what do you guys think? Oh, when she is teaching for us, if she's coming on time, we should go. That kind of the thought or that kind of intention, am I released in the environment? Similarly, anything, encouragement. So suppose I'm encouraging others to do something. Okay. So all these also the inspiration. Will take inspiration from others that you have to be. So inner consciousness. So because of that, inner conscience will improve. Higher intuition will happen. The unseen influence, unseen helping hands will come and do that. Will do the strength of that. This is the strength of the noble thoughts. Not only the bad thoughts, noble thoughts also will have that kind of the thoughts. So the deeper message is thoughts are creative. Whether you are doing a positive thought or a negative thought, they are creative. That is why whenever you are preparing, ask your kids, whenever they are doing some exam, something, always have that positive that they can achieve it. If they are releasing a self-doubt, am I that smart? Am I do that? That self-doubt is actually, that is also getting released and it is not actually going up. So your thought has some energy. Your thought is a living being. This is the most important thing we all should teach our kids too. Not only being following, because at that time, at their age, there is a lot of competition in this world, right? So in this world, we will think that, oh, these kids they are doing this, doing that. But one thing that you need to remember is lot of people releasing lot many thoughts and they are getting affected. Imagine our childhood. We just played, we just went out, played with some few friends, and came back and we read books. We are able to focus on exams and write it. But nowadays, the entire world is in their smartphone. So they have, you never know what the distraction is coming from where. Such a kind of a competence, I mean, such a kind of exposure is there for them. So which means they have a lot of, there are the chances of lot of distractions. In these distractions, there is a lot of competition also compared to us. In that competition, they need to go through and they have to do their exams or whatever it is. So we may say that we worked hard so much and because we came here and we did something, but for them, we don't have the distraction, we don't have these competitions, we don't have some certain things, but they all have that. So in that, if they have to do it, means they need to put lot of effort in their thoughts, positive thoughts, or all those things. So this is the one thing you can take away from this today's session, and teach your kids also. Human beings should become more conscious of repeated thoughts because they are having a life. With your thought, you are giving a life to that thought. Outer action is visible, but inner process is not visible. So always be aware of your inner process. A person's future, any person's future is conducted or is happening with your repeated thoughts only. Remember. Okay, with your repeated thoughts only. So, what is that spiritually that you need to learn here? Mental discipline, mental awareness. Okay, you should not allow your mind to repeatedly failing thoughts or negative thoughts or all those things, destructive thoughts. Even secretly, you should not do it. Hidden thoughts later becomes powerful enough to express themselves in an action. So do not do that. So one should at the same time, consciously we should create a positive, noble thoughts. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make an impact in the society. I'm going to change the society. Don't think that, oh, one person, what can we do? Vivekananda did not think one person can't do it. Mother Teresa did not do one person can't do it. They became nobles, right? Similarly, your thoughts, you consciously create that noble thoughts, thoughts of service, thoughts of gratitude, compassion, truthfulness, your self-control. Okay, don't because, oh, nowadays no kids are listening. No, my kids are super kids. They will listen to me. Create that thought. They had a lot of memory. They will do good in their exams. That create that kind of the thought. Always release that kind of avoid feeding destructive thoughts. Strengthen noble and ideal thoughts. That will have impact. Here I'll give you the formula. Thought. You can always note down. Thought has a purpose. Purpose has a plan. Plan has a repetition. That repetition has a tendency. The tendency is becoming action. Action is becoming your physical destiny. Okay? Thought to purpose, purpose to plan, plan to repetition, repetition to tendency, tendency to action, and action to physical destiny. In simple words, invisible thoughts becoming visible destiny. That is the one line sentence. Okay. Physical destiny happening. One more point I'll tell and then we can stop. Amma, Lavanya. Well, physical destiny and successive exteriorization. Physical destiny is not limited to the first act. Whatever the act, physical first exteriorization of the thought may have with the same thought can continue produce because one thought it is continuing another thought, right? It is a chain of thoughts. Similarly, act also it is a chain of reactions. One first action, later repeated actions. So one robbery, today you need some, importantly, you need some $100. Very urgent because it is coming. So you went and robbed, let us take, you don't have it. So successfully completed. But what is happening later? Oh, this is easy way than doing like 5 hours of part-time job or something and they're doing it. Let us do this. It is becoming repeated action, related events. then you may have consequences. Suppose you caught with your family, then your trust is lost. You will have consequences. So the opportunities will be lost, limitations will become, conditions will continue to that, whatever the thought. Once they lost the threat, those conditions will continue, right? A thought does not finish its destiny with one act. It continues to express itself to adjust that. Because of that, once you lost the trust on your kid, let us take, if he does anything, then even if he is doing right, you will say that, oh, he must have done something. Isn't successive things? Successive exteriorizations means repeated or continued physical expressions. For example, once he is dishonest, you will feel that they are dishonest for many later also. Once you produce a fear or exposure or a loss of trust or a conflict or a legal trouble, then people will say again, you have done the same kind of a thing. Similarly, one noble thought also, once it comes later also, it produces one good thing I did it produces a lot of friendship. One, when I'm teaching you, because when I took a first book and came to you to teach, I don't know any one of you. But I have a kind of a friendship, kind of a relationship with all of you, even though we are in the different sides of the world. When you come here or when I come there, you feel like, oh, we know her. That's the kind of relation we had it, right? So when you do a noble thought, you will have friendship, opportunity, respect, cooperation, and the future support also. If I'm coming to visit Australia, oh, come, we want to show something to you. Will you not do it? So this is all the support that I'll be getting. One noble thought will be unfolding in the physical life. So the thought works in cycles. Whether it is a positive thought or a negative thought, it moves in a subtle stages. It may not be always visible. This friendship that we had is not a visible thing, but we had in a subtle thing, right? So it remains hidden, inactive, something it will be there. So, but right time, condition, when it comes, it will appear. It returns to the physical plane when the right time appears. Only when you come here or I come here, then only we understand how much we know each other or how much we wanted to show gratitude on each other. That's the kind of the thing, right? So it may not. Soon after it is created, it may not show. It may take many years sometimes. Through another person, it may come. So through some other situation, sometimes you all may not do anything for me. But when I go, this your thought will create some positive impact, and somebody else will come and help me. This is the kind of the thing through some other family, through work or something. So intersection with other thoughts. Sometimes the thought does not work alone. Other thoughts of the same person, other thoughts of the same person, thoughts of the other people, group thoughts, destiny thoughts also works together. Okay. Precipitations of the thoughts means precipitation. What is that? A precipitation is something that condenses or appears outward. Okay. It means invisible thoughts becomes visible with the physical conditions. What? Actions, objects, events, bodily conditions, relationship. This is all I'm saying. Losses, gains, accidents, opportunities, conflicts, all historical units are coming. So no way to escape the thought results. Remember, no permanent escape from your thought results. You cannot escape. Once you release the thought, one may escape temporarily from your responsibility, from your consequence, from your confrontation or correction or recognition, even positive way. But there is no permanent way. You will be getting it. Adjustment must be made. Whatever that released, it has to be made. The thought, the thinker, the action, and the result, it has to be made an adjustment. So it will come, it will exteriorize, it will come. Balancing happens. Remember, when that balance happens, time, condition, place together comes. Time when the result is ready to appear. Condition when the situation is favoring, and place the physical setting when it comes appear. Responsibility, the degree to which the thinker is accountable. Whoever is thinking, the release that thought, right? It means no destiny is a random. It is appearing just that whatever that you released. Everything is physical is exteriorized thought only. Everything existing in the physical plane is exteriorization of your thought only. So the law applies each thought. Take that responsibility. A person is not responsible everything in the same way. So responsibility depends on your intention, your knowledge, how much you have. I don't know that will happen. You cannot say when you know it. Okay. Motive, choice, awareness, concern, and the degree of your personal involvement. All this the balance was so precise. It may not be a mechanical punishment, but adjustment will be done. The decree of law. This law you cannot avoid. Other law you may avoid, but here this law you cannot find the loopholes. The outcome is the decree of the law. Decree is not a personal judgment. The law of the thought brings each thought a proper result. That is the decree of law. Destiny and decree reach only to the physical plane. It is coming. The thought is coming to the physical plane. Then we will talk about psychic and mental planes. We will talk about next how that means how that thought is actually going right in the psychic and mental. I'm not talking about psychic environment, psychic destiny. I'm talking about when's the how the thought is coming. Okay, I'll just give you a outline and conclude. Psychic results. What are the psychic results? Suppose if you are feeling a joy, if you are feeling sorrow, pleasure, pain, fear, this is a psychic thing, right? It is not the physical thing. So out of the physical results may it come, or sometimes sometimes you will just feel it inside your mind. So mental results are something that person's mental attitude. Some people will have the different attitude, right? Some people will have a different kind of some destructive things they feel good. That's a mental attitude. So same event to one person may be bitter, the other person may be pleasured. So this is your one person may be resentful when they did it. Other person may be very happy or other way they may feel. The physical event may be distinct, but mental interpretation of that event will be different. Okay. Why psychic and mental results matter? Because although the joy, sorrow, attitudes are not a physical results, they still matter because the sorrow weakens your body. Fear creates some avoidance in the body. Resentment may continue to conflict. The other day I am telling Anita Murjani, her resentment was created as a cancer in her body. Right. So the courage may give you opportunities. The discipline may transform into the habits. This is what is happening. So we will conclude this lesson with thought exteriorized. First, thought seeks thought created, not exterior, thought created. It seeks an expression. Okay. First expression appears in the physical action. Then further expression continue over the time. Then through again thought intersects with other thoughts, events, objects or condition is appearing, then adjustment is made, then finally the balance is restored according to your time, condition, place and responsibility. Okay. What is the here the spiritually what you have to learn? The human life is governed by a spiritual law. What is that law? Cause and effect. Cause and effect. The thought is not finished when if you are not finished your thought, that won't exteriorize. When you are continuously happening in the cycles, then only it will come. Then only imbalance happens in it, then the balance should happen. A physical world is like a field. The seeds are invisible thoughts. This is a field, and invisible thoughts are your seeds. So they what are they becoming? Visible plants. Visible plants, visible destiny. A person, you cannot control all the physical destiny that appears, because your mental attitude also should go into that. So the bondage, liberation, all the things. So it is always you should responsibly think responsibly, act consciously, accept responsibly. Think carefully, I can say. Think carefully, act consciously, accept responsibly. Do not blame destiny blindly. Observe your repeated life patterns. Understand the circumstances may be returning thoughts which is seeking adjustment. Use this event as an opportunity to balance, learn, and grow. Physical destiny is not a punishment in this world, it is the process that came to educate you, correct, and balance it. With this, we will stop here. Okay? Hope it has a clear thing today because physical destiny onwards you will start because all the concepts were given here, given before, right? So now onwards you will understand. You feel like understanding is ease, not so difficult compared to previous. Did you feel that today?
Yeah. Yes, Prasanna garu.
Mhm.
Thank you, Prasanna garu.
There is a question,
Let
right?
let me just read it. Does book also say about what is the effect of mere words with no real intention? Like the example you said you wanted to cheat, but you had no real intention of doing that, but just trying to give an example discussing this book.
No, again, that's what. Suppose if I say that champasta, we say usually. Do we have a real intention there? That's just that. We are not doing it repeatedly. We are not doing any planning there. That won't have any effect. Because that's a kind of usual word that we use it, right? Even among the friends also, hey, Champas Tanroy, will that kind of, I'll kill you if you do that. So this is all, it's not the real intention of killing. That will not have any. The impact is your intention is more important, not that, because with what intention you use that word. Okay? Yeah, mere word is not, your intention is more important than word.
Any other questions, friends? Or you can unmute or put it into the chat, whichever way you feel comfortable. By listening to this Prasanna garu, so it's like you should be very careful, like even the thought, like I'm feeling like, oh my God, like so many thoughts
Yeah.
like doing continuously
Initially,
without.
in the beginning itself, I told you, right, it should be very, very, very carefully we have to do it. So, well, coming back also because the rain started only at the beginning because we both girls are driving from long, 5 hours drive that we
Oh,
came. So initially, some train came. No, no, no. Prasanna, rain is coming. I don't know whether you'll reach the rain will stop, Divya. Don't worry. That's what I said. After a couple of minutes, after 1 or 2 miles, the rain stopped. Only after I call you, the rain became too much. So that intention, right? That you when you wanted to do that, always release positive. Because she's a new driver, new long driver. As long as she is driving, I didn't have problem. After once my husband came and picked me up, the rain was too much, but he could handle.
yeah.
So when the things that she cannot handle, it was all safe. So that is the kind, right? So when this is happening, right? What is that intention here? There's no selfish thought for me to come and have the class, right? I just want to be on time and do not want to miss it. So when that noble thoughts are coming, nature also will help. That's what nature and elementals will help you. So when the bad thoughts will come, that also it is helping. But only thing is it is experiencing in a different fear is avoidance, something kind of thing it is coming up. That is why doubtful thoughts, if you are releasing, what exactly that you have to tell you, if doubtful thoughts, if they are releasing, then that comes as a failure in their whatever they wanted. So do not let them release the doubtful thoughts. This is what we have to explain to our kids first.
So much to take in Prasanna garu, and that to implement it. It's like I was just thinking about only the words coming outside, but it's not that. Even here it is like
Yeah, yeah.
you just gave an example of it's like a human being born in like again and again, like a new thought is like a
Mm.
new baby born, getting born. So
Yeah,
it's like new life you're giving it. So repeatedly the same thought, the baby will be stronger. So it's like
yeah, yeah. What is that? Some theories?
Yeah, some a question. Some from MS. Some theories in spiritual journey say that universe does not understand deeper intentions. It just understands frequency and words. What you say with or without intention also has effect. I
No, the
cannot.
intention will have that energy, right? Intention will have that energy. Repeatedly, if you say something and then, what do you say? And you are planning for it, that becomes a thought. Okay, just mere that, because I'm thinking like even the positive thought, let us take. I'm thinking that I will crack this exam. I will get the good thing, good rank. Okay, that is the words I'm saying. But inside I'm feeling, am I capable? Which one do you think will work?
I'm a capable.
Because intention is here, because the energy that you are not keeping, you are just saying outward that you are not keeping that intention, you are not keeping the energy there. Energy is losing that, am I capable? Am I that smart? Why I use this, right? This is where actually most of the students are suffering, I could see. This is the reason I don't know whether I passed it to you or not. I'm starting a series of sessions for the summer here, because yes, it is a summer. Unlock your potential through mindful living, but through some 12 sessions, like I'm just doing it. If you see my status in the WhatsApp, I am just keeping those things. Whoever joins, right? June 1st to some 12 sessions, I'm planning to have it, because after listening all these things, I want, or raising, like raise the kids and seeing them among the kids, right? There are few lessons which I wanted to tell them, like what to do for them. What is their potential? People think that they do not have the potential. So I'm just, I mean, so I'm trying my ways, like releasing like a reels, right? It's like 1 or 2 minute reels. I'm trying to tell them like what needs to be done. And there are many parents are coming. Prasanna, forget about kids. We don't have these qualities. What to do? Yeah, first if we are implementing it, if once we experience, then you can tell your kids. I said, first you experience, then. This is a general lessons, right? Not just with the teens kid, but even though I said teens because it's a summer, let them utilize it. That's what I meant.
You can share the flyer with me, Prasanna. I'll share it in our group.
Sure, sure,
If someone
sure,
has
sure.
it in
I'll
mind.
share.
So the next is like, I cannot, okay. That's all. I think you answered it. Okay. Any other,
Um,
yeah, go ahead, Malvi, ma'am.
Thank you, Prasanna garu. Very, very lovely session today. Just out of curiosity, what about the thoughts we just say just for fear? No, it's not coming out, as you said, it's just the mere words. But if you say without a fear, when we're telling to some kids, hey, you should be doing that or you should be doing this, it's not in a, we don't have that intention that they have to do that, or, but we just out of giving them discipline, or we just say a few words. Would that be as well?
Yeah, that is
That
what
they,
I'm saying. Well, intention matters and also repetition matters. If you are
mm,
repeatedly saying something to the kids, you may not have that intention, but that words will have an impact on the kid repeatedly when you say that.
say that. Oh, yeah.
When you say repeatedly something, you do not have that word, you do not have the intention, but that kid will have some impact within them.
Okay.
That
Okay.
creates it may create fear, it may create something within them, right? That will have some exteriorization. You don't have the intention, but
Mm,
your words have an impact and they are creating thought with those words. So you should be careful on that.
okay.
Suppose if
Okay.
I say, whenever my son did something, if I say I'll kill you, or champasta, that's word that we use in Telugu, right?
Yeah.
But there, I also know it is no intention. He also knows that there is no intention. But he will have some fear.
The
Oh,
repetition. Yeah.
my mom will, yeah, if I'm doing that, oh, my mom will get mad at me.
Yeah.
That kind of a thing, right? So that thing will have on him that
Yeah.
impact.
Yeah.
So that we have to be careful.
Okay.
How much we, even though we don't have the impact, with our intentions are good, but those words are the frequency that we are saying, the modulation that we are actually delivering, that those words will have an impact on the kid.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, if nothing is there, we can see next week. Yeah, this physical destiny will be, yeah, compared to other destinies, physical destiny, all will understand very smoothly the way you need not even listen this lesson again. That much clearly you will get it, because physical destiny is the one that we are seeing, right? But only thing is, he will explain like so many, in coming all these sections, he'll explain what thought, how the physical destiny will come. There you will feel like, oh my God, how careful. Every class physical destiny, you will feel the same thing. Oh my God, how aware we should be there in our thought. Okay, we should always be aware of our thoughts and do that. Okay. Thank you all. See you next week.
Thank you, Prasanna Garu. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Masters. See you all next week at the same time.